Hello YouTube, this is Brickmeister USA, and welcome to my early review of LEGO Wall-E and Eve. Its set number is 43279, it's got 811 pieces, it's rated for ages 18 and up, and when the set drops on September 1st, 2025, it will cost you $69.99 USD. I was quite surprised to find this set early at one of my local Walmarts, and after seeing the leaked images a couple weeks ago, I knew I had to pick this set up. This set is somewhat of a remake of the 2015 LEGO Ideas Wall-E set, which back then cost about $60, but when you adjust for inflation, that would cost about $81 in 2025 money. On the back of the box, you can see some of the play features that are included with the set, and there's quite a few little details in the set that really surprised me, and some things that I wasn't really expecting about this build until I opened up the set. Inside the box, you will find 7 numbered bags, 4 of them for Wally and Hal, the other 3 being for Eve and Mo. And there's also 2 instruction books, which makes this the perfect set to build with a friend or maybe even for a special date night. Here is the completed build for Wally and Eve. Now, there's one thing that really surprised me about this set, and that is that there are 0 stickers in this set, and that is an awesome thing to see because I know recently LEGO's been having a lot of issues with sticker quality where the sticker doesn't really match the brick, and here we don't have to worry about that at all in this $70 set, and I think that is a huge win for this set. The first build we'll be taking a look at is Wally, and I have to say, although it is a bit of a downsized model compared to that 2015 Wally set, I think the overall color scheme and design of this build is actually a great improvement over that original 2015 set. Wally's neck has a very sturdy connection because it uses 2 different ball joint pieces, giving it a pretty big range of motion. It can move 360 degrees and also forwards and backwards. This connection is incredibly sturdy and you won't have to worry about his head moving around freely, unlike that 2015 set where that was a major design flaw, and in fact LEGO went back and added some pieces to that set to try to make that build a little bit sturdier. I think the backside of the set really shows that LEGO's using a bunch of small pieces to try and inflate the piece count of the set a little bit. Like they easily could have used a 1x3 plate on the back because they have that same piece used on Wally's arms. It's just that they have a print on them. Regardless, I still have to say it looks quite good. Wally's arms and hands have a very wide range of motion, which really just brings this character to life in Lego form. The arms can move forwards and backwards as well as up and down in kind of like an L shape. And check out how they did this. They're using kind of like a hydraulic system using a couple of, at least new to me, technic elements that I haven't seen before. And I really think that this just gives Wally so much personality. I appreciate how the build for Wally's hands has a couple of anti-studs or studs to hold the plant included in the set and of course the boot. And you can also flip down the ramp. You could store that in there, or you can even store the included little trash cube, which fits perfectly inside of Wally. Also included in the set is a micro build for Hal, which looks really good and is true to the movie. The only problem being that unfortunately his antennae are extremely flimsy because that binocular piece and the 2 handlebars that they use to actually make up the antennae fall off really easily. Because LEGO decided to use some wheel pieces to go alongside with the treads, Wally can move very well on smooth surfaces such as my table and also great on carpets. So no matter what kind of setting you're in, you can expect a great play experience with Wally. For the first time, we have an official LEGO build for Mo, and he looks absolutely spot on to the Wally film. Now, the only thing I do have to comment on is that his sweeper doesn't really work too well on a table. However, it does work great on carpet, so just keep that in mind when you're playing with him. But I think his design overall is just fantastic, and it's really nice to see those eyes being printed. Last up is Eve, and this is truly just such an awesome design. Now, I know there's a couple gaps on the sides, which I'm not a huge fan of, but honestly, after building that, I don't think there's really any way that LEGO could have fixed that, and overall, it still just looks incredible. Eve's arms are able to be fully retracted inside of the body, but they can also extend and kind of gives that illusion that both of them are floating. That's accomplished by a couple of 1x2 plates with the ball joint connection that are stacked on top of each other. And that allows you to move the arms a full 360 degrees. And even with the little pieces at the end, kind of gives you a little bit more ability to give her some expression. Underneath the back panel for Eve, you'll notice a couple of bright yellowish orange pieces, which I'm pretty sure is just a reference to Wally, but still something cool you might not otherwise know about the set unless you build it. Likewise, you can also take off the front panel, but you'll notice there's a little hole in there, and that's for you to be able to store the plant and the boot inside of Eve, which is just an awesome feature, and I'm really glad that they made sure to include that feature in the set. As I mentioned earlier on in the review, every detail you see in the set is a printed piece, so that includes the plant life symbol and, of course, Eve's eyes. And I've been thinking for a little bit, but I bet I could make a mock of Astro from Astro's Playroom or Astro Bot using that Eve eyepiece. But let me know in the comments if I should do that. So at this point in the review, the question that all of you have is, should I be buying this set on September 1st for that full $69.99 USD, or should I pass on the set or maybe just wait for a sale? Well, I think what you're getting for $70, I would say it is worth it. Now, I know the builds aren't huge, but I think all of the builds included in the set are very high quality, and honestly, I think this is some of LEGO's best work in recent memory, at least for a set of this size. And I think once you build this set, you definitely won't be disappointed with the end result. I think all of these builds look phenomenal. It's the perfect set to put either on your desk or a bookshelf, and they're all really fun to play around with. So I think you will really enjoy this set. And honestly, I think the value is a lot better than some of LEGO's current offerings, especially from themes like Star Wars. The tiny tank only has 2 more pieces, and it's $90 more expensive. Yeah, both of these are licensed sets. Yeah, I think you're getting a better deal with this set. If you're a fan of the Wall-E movie, I definitely think this is a fair day one purchase. Or if you want to wait for a sale, I think you're going to get an even better deal. But let me know what your thoughts are on the set in the comments below. If you did enjoy this review, make sure to leave a like and also hit that subscribe button. It goes a really long way to support my channel. Feel free to check out some of my other content on the end screen. But remember, Jesus saves and he loves you very much. God bless, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.